There you are. Okay. I see you. All right, Mr. Carrier, you solemnly swear that in this proceeding, the information and responses you submit will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
He's muted.
You're muted, Mr. Carrier. You may have a button there that looks like a microphone, the old time microphone, has got a line across it. There you go.
Contest.
You got it. All right. All right, Mr. Carrier, raise your hand again. Let's get it on the record. You solemnly swear that in this proceeding, the information and responses or answers that you give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
Very good. You can put your hand down now. Before we go any further, Mr. Carrier, please understand that I'm going to remind you verbally and that this verbal discussion will be taken down by Ms. Kayleen Rivera. She's an official court reporter. I'm going to talk to you and remind you of about 5 very basic and important constitutional rights and protections. Number 1 is the right to remain silent. You do not have to make any kind of statement. You don't have to answer questions. You don't have to submit paperwork that has your signature, especially papers that admit or confess to wrongdoing. Do you understand you have the right to remain silent?
Yes.
You have the right to a jury trial. That means that you and your attorney and the state's attorneys would select from a pool of jurors, 6 people, to hear the evidence and the information presented and decide whether you're guilty or not. That's the right to a jury trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You have the right to confront any witnesses that would testify in the trial. That means you and your attorney could ask questions, could cross-examine, or challenge anyone who would testify. That's called the right to confront witnesses. Do you understand you have that right?
Yes, I do.
There's a right called the right to appeal. That is a right that you can use by yourself, or your attorney by himself, or the two of you together. You could demand that a higher court review the evidence in this case, the official record, and any other matters that involve this hearing, the results of the hearing. That's called the right to appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
There's also a right that you have and the state has, them by themselves and you by yourself, the right to have this hearing in a public, open courtroom. Now, because of the COVID pandemic, we haven't been doing that. But we are doing this by video conference if you agree to it. So you understand that you have the right to demand, and so does the state, to demand that this be heard on public courtroom.
No, this is okay with me. This is okay.
Okay. Now, just so you're aware, this is being put on video conference in YouTube, so the public can tune in and see this whole thing. You understand that?
Yes, yes, sir.
Now, if you go ahead and enter a plea, you will be giving up the right, all these 5 rights that I mentioned. Do you understand that?
Yes, I have. Yes, I do.
All right. Now, I'm going to show you a bunch of documents. I believe it is reported to me that you have already reviewed all these documents yourself and signed them where you have to sign them. All of them will start off with identifying information at the top. This is case number, literally cause number 634571. The state of Texas versus Errol Francis Carrier in County Court of Law number 5, Bexar County, Texas. This particular document, the title is below that identifying information. All of them will be like this with one exception. This says states consent to video conference. This is where they agreed, the state. You know that they did that, and it's been signed by the assistant district attorney. You understand that?
Sir.
All right. Patricia? This next document is, this one is called Discovery Acknowledgement. Again, the identifying information. The title of this document is Discovery Acknowledgement. There's a particular law, it's called Article 39.14 of the Code of Criminal Procedure. That particular law requires that the state disclose and make available to you and your attorney all the documents, any items, receipts, whatever, pictures, videos, anything that's involved that is relevant to your case and helps you and your attorney understand, be informed, and make an intelligent decision on this case. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Now, your attorney and the state's attorney signed this. They are declaring to the world that that law that we just talked about has been obeyed. Did you see that?
Yes, I see.
The next document is your document. Again, identifying information. This one is titled Defendant Consent to Video Conference. It says bluntly that you agree to the video conference. You're not demanding that this be in the open courtroom, and you and your attorney signed this. Is that right?
That's right. Yes, sir.
All right. The next document is called the Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights in Court's Admonitions. This has identifying information like the others. For some reason, it has there it is. I can barely see the number 5 on the county court there. But this document is clearly important. It says that you're giving up the constitutional rights that we've been talking about, and that I, as a judge, the court, have informed you, told you about these, or reminded you of. Starts off with 3 sentences. You were charged with terroristic threat. And you're saying that you're declaring that you hereby enter a plea of nolo contendere. That means to the charge of terroristic threat. That means that you're not opposed, you're not fighting the charge. The rest of this document is divided into 15 separate parts, but they all have a number, starting with number 1 through 15. The first one talks about what kind of punishment you can get, and it is marked. It is marked showing.
I see, but I can't hear you.
All right, the document is marked Class B, that the punishment can be a fine from $0 to $2,000 and jail from 0 days to 180 days. Do you see that? Mr. Carrier? Can you hear me, Mr. Carrier? You're muted right now.
There you go.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Now I can hear you.
Okay.
All right. We were looking at that document is divided into 15 numbered parts.
Yeah.
Do you see number 2 on there?
Yes, I see it.
Can you read that for me?
I understand the right to trial, to a jury trial, the right to cross-examination if when the right to remain silent. I can't read the rest of it, thankfully, but voluntary waive, give up those rights. I volunteer.
Do you understand what you're doing there?
Yes, I do.
All right. Now, have you ever had taken mental health medication?
Yes, I am.
What are you taking? Are you taking it now?
Yes, I am.
What is it?
I take Seroquel from CBEC for anxiety.
Mr. Hernandez, have you communicated with your client, Mr. Carrier?
Yes, sir. In fact, we had a separate hearing before Judge Carruthers, and the evaluation came back that he is competent.
All right.
With
And
an issue.
can you tell me as an officer of the court whether the medication he's taking affects his ability to think and make decisions?
No, Judge, I have not found that to be the case.
All right. Mr. Carrier, have you ever been involved in the sex offender registration program?
No, I haven't.
Sir?
No, I have not.
Okay. Where were you born, sir?
Houston, Texas.
Very good. The documents will show that you are a U.S. citizen.
Yes.
Now, did this document we're looking at, the one that's divided in 15 parts, numbered parts, did you review these carefully with Mr. Hernandez?
Yes, I have.
Do you have any questions about this document?
No, I have not.
And you know every bit of it that you signed off on. You signed your name, right?
Yes, I have.
All right. Mr. Hernandez, any questions about this document?
No, Your Honor.
All right. This next document now is a trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal. That's the title of the document. There's a stack of little boxes vertical that are stacked up vertically, and they each one talk about the right of appeal. The fifth box that you see at the very top, I will mark that because I am certifying to you that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Did you understand that?
Yes. Yes.
And you
I said it.
and you signed this, right?
Yes, I have.
All right. We're going to reload now and put in a couple of more documents and we'll be through. All right. This document is titled Plea Agreement. That's at the very top. The identifying information, which mentions you and the case number, is right below that. Now, the first two boxes here will be marked by me. The first one says that you've been reminded about again, the right to remain silent. It also says that you are a U.S. citizen. The next section has 5 little boxes. Each one was checked off. Did you participate in checking that off?
Yes, I have.
That means you don't understand that it talks about your rights again, right?
Yes, I do.
All right, this section in front of you now is it shows that the charge against you is terroristic threat. And then officially, what is your plea, sir?
No contender, no contest.
Very good. You understand that a no contest plea in this court is taken as a guilty plea. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
All right. Now, I order you to appear either within the jail or at the courthouse, probably here at the courthouse in the offices of County Court 5, so that you can have your thumbprint placed on the documents where they're required by Article 38.33 of the Code of Criminal Procedure.
Okay.
You need to do that.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, the court finds you guilty based on your plea of no contest and the evidence. You're sentenced to 180 days, Bexar County Jail. 0 fine, 0 cost. You're given credit for time served. Time and money run concurrently. The court finds that you have satisfied that judgment. You've already done the sentence. And I further find that you owe nothing more to the state of Texas or this court on this case number, 634571. Is that understood, sir?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Carrier, do you have any questions?
No, no, sir.
Mr. Hernandez, do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Ms. Morgan?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Carrier, be sure and come in so your thumbprint can be placed on the papers, okay?
Yes, thank you, sir.
All right, take care of yourself, stay safe, stay out of trouble.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor, he has other cases holding him.
Okay. Are they pending in this court?
Yes, sir. He's got 3 other cases in our court, and then he's got felonies pending too.
All right. Well, we'll have to arrange for his thumbprint to be placed on those documents then.
I'll let Linda know.
All right, Mr. Carrier, good luck to you.
Chairman, can I ask you a question? I mean, the other 3 cases that come in the court have been done too?
I'm sorry, I couldn't understand what you said.
Well, that's okay.
All right,
That's
guys.
okay.
Okay, good luck to you. Take care. All right, Mr. Hernandez, Mr. Carrier, you're excused from this proceeding.
Have a blessed day.
You too. All right, what do we got left, Patty? We
Yeah,
see
I know,
Mr.
Mr.
Piker.
Yeah.
Morning.
You've
I would
been
like to
tied
talk-
up all morning.
Well, I'm still tied up. I just broke away to come over here for a little bit.
Okay, I've already reset your matter, Mr. Piker.
Oh, you did?
I didn't think it
Okay.
was appropriate for us to just have your client sitting around any further.
Okay. Do we have the reset date?
I'll
I
send
don't
it to
know.
you. It's 30 days.
Okay, thank you.
Take care, Eddie.
Have a good morning.
All right. Patricia, did we ever hear back from Suzanne Kramer? She was in the 437th.
Your Honor, I told you they were gonna TIC the misdemeanor case, so you were
Okay,
excused.
you are correct. I just didn't, I failed to note that. Thank you.
Yes, sir. And Your Honor, Attorney Joseph Acevedo has returned regarding his client Kayla Bartalos. You want the case number?
Yes, I do.
You ready?
Well, it's not on the docket.
Correct. It's an FTA from last week.
Okay. Go ahead and give me the case number.
644-641.
And it's Kayla, Kayla,
Yes, sir.
and last name?
Bartalos.
Say that again, the first part.
B like in boy, A like in apple, R like in Robert, T like in Tom,
HLOS.
A like in Adam, L like in Linda, OS.
Bartholomew.